Loud. All right, we're doing 2 drawings today, and I was in there showing we're doing drawing for the $1,000 giveaway, and we're doing the drawing for the Gucci belt giveaway, and we're going to be doing both at the end of our hold on guys, let's see, hang tight just a second. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here, but okay, we're doing the drawing at the end of today's call, but it's taken me forever to cut up the Gucci belt drawing earners, because as y'all remember, for every $250 submitted, there was an entry. There's like 5 million entries, not really that many, but it's a lot of cutting. So I was just giving my husband, I've just now put it on him. I'm like, you got until about 1:45 Eastern to get the rest of those done, because that's when we'll be doing this drawing. And I was like, and this is how you do it really fast. You have to cut the end. Anyway, I was getting a little bossy. So I'm glad you guys didn't hear the bossiness going down. All right. I'm fired up about today's call. Let me just ask y'all, should I attempt to stream it live on Facebook? I don't think we can go. It's not working. Okay. Liz is like, don't even try. So I'm not even going to try. Today's going to be amazing. We got lots of things that we're sharing. I'm going to try to not talk too darn fast, because I feel like I'm a little Energizer bunny over here. And hold on, y'all. The lighting over here in Vermont, I'm coming to you guys from New England. So we are at my in-laws house, who no longer live here, but we're at my in-laws house for the month of October. We're getting everything situated and settled. But the lighting, I'm working out of the dining room, and the lighting is awful today. Like it's kind of a gloomy day. I've got the ring light going. I've got all the things, but I had to film this video earlier and I looked yellow. I was like, I look yellow. I don't know what it was. Anyway, doesn't matter. I know you guys are not judging. You do not care. I'm excited about today. So let's first start with, it's Vision Day. I think everybody's pretty clear on what Vision Day is all about. We are celebrating Shirley Levine, our co-founder's birthday today. So without going into all the details of why Vision Day is so incredibly important, I think we all will agree that she is the epitome of a visionary. And my, oh my, to see what she envisioned back in 1955, when nobody was doing what she thought women had the right to be able to do and deserved being able to do. It's incredible what she has created in her legacy. So as a reminder, everyone that submits 500 net and non today, and that means you have to close the parties. They've got to be submitted. For those of you that are new here, just because you've had an order placed, if the party has not been closed and submitted, that doesn't count. So you submit 500 or more today, you're going to get entered into one of the 25 giveaways that Corporate Park Lane is going to be doing. There's everything from iPad to Louis Vuitton Never Full Back and a whole lot in between. So, I mean, I'm like, I'm in. If you guys are like in, you're submitting 500 today, pop it in the chat. Let's see who is going to be partaking in Vision Day today. Pop in the chat if you are doing it. All right. So that's the first thing. The second, look at all those going off. This is what I'm talking about. We're doing big things here this month as a tribe. You guys are going for extra. It's just really beautiful to see all the big goals that people are making. Second thing is today, every customer that submits an order of 90 net or more will receive the Vision gift set for free from Park Lane Jewelry. It is that gift set with 3 pair of beautiful gold hoop earrings, retail value $78. There's a whole lot you could do with that, my friends, a whole lot. And I am by no means the expert when it comes to taking advantage of specials like this. There are people within our team that do a far greater job than I do with coming up with ideas and ways in which you can take advantage of it. But I shared a few earlier today in a live on our Facebook page right before Facebook went down. If I were you, I would be going live in my VIP groups and sharing this special. I would be texting to either my top 25 to 50 customers. You can sort that list from your back office. If you use Project Broadcast, you could create an email or a text that goes out to your customer base. You can create a link, a cart that maybe shares your, 3 of your faves for the fall, or that cart could share, 3 must-have earring options. I mean, the list goes on things that you could put in a cart and then share and obviously offer. I'm happy to edit the cart. If there's something else you've had your eye on, I didn't want you to miss out on this gift. And I just want to make sure you are aware that you can get a free gift today from Park Lane as we celebrate our visionary and co-founder's birthday, Shirley Levine. All right, so there's that. Words are in the tribe. Take advantage of it. Use it. And set a big goal. I mean, maybe you've already got that 500 for today. Do the doers stop with that? I mean, in all seriousness, like if you're wanting to do really big things this month and you've got a free gift, I know that the super sellers within our team, I'm going to tell you their mindset on a day like this. The super sellers on our team, their mindset is, I want to get as many of my customers as possible taking advantage of this free gift. That's their mindset. And we will watch those that, the Jerry Arnolds of the world, the Trisha Edmondsons of the world, the gals here that just knock it out of the park and sell thousands in jewelry every month. I wouldn't even begin to guess. I bet they have 25 customers, 30 customers or more that take advantage of that. Maybe 50 customers. I don't know, that take advantage of that free gift today. So do you need to go have that many take advantage? Maybe, I mean, I don't know that I could have that many take advantage. Maybe I couldn't, but I'm pretty sure I could have 5 take advantage of it, or maybe 10, or maybe 15, or maybe 20. And I won't know unless I do the reach out. So lots of opportunity there. I like to play a game with myself. This is the one thing I like to do. I like to set a challenge and say, I'm going to go reach 5 people that want to take advantage of the special, or I'm going to go reach 10 people that want to take advantage of the special. I'm going to go sell an extra 1,000 today, or I'm going to sell an extra 500 today, or I'm going to sell an extra 300 today, or I'm going to sell an extra 1,500 today, or I'm going to do 25, whatever it is. And then I like checking the boxes. I like making it a game. I like to have a reward for myself at the end of it. This is how I like to do days like this because it's fun. And why have I stayed in this business for 14 years? Because I keep it simple and I keep it fun. All right. Okay. Next up, we have our fall in team incentive. The fall in team incentive is for the month of October. I want to make sure everybody is aware of it. We've got 3 prize levels that you can go towards. And this incentive is being put on by all of our company VPs here within our Treasure Tribe. So your company VP is funding this incentive. Your company VP will be gifting you these treats. So if you submit $5,000 in the month of October, you're going to get this beautiful black handbag that I don't have one yet to show you, but it's gorgeous, stunning. It's retail values like right under $100 and it's amazing. That's the $5,000 level. If you submit $10,000 in sales, you qualify for the Gucci inspired poncho. We will have 2 colors, I believe, and each company VP will be selecting what color they think will look most gorgeous on you and sending it to you. And that poncho is valued at over $100. I mean, it's an amazing, very luxurious looking piece. If you submit $15,000 this month, you get this fun neoprene tote bag that is Gucci inspired, along with the poncho, along with the chic black handbag. You get all 3 prizes, all 3 prizes. All right. So again, like anything, why do we do this? We do this because we want to keep the business simple and fun for you guys. We want to encourage you as we are in our best season of the year. Go for more because you're going to reap the rewards when you go for more. It is going to create momentum like you've never seen before. You will prove to yourself that you are capable of doing way more in this business than you thought possible. And if you are working towards Aruba, we've got 2 months remaining to earn that trip. If you're working towards the Mercedes car program, if you're working towards promoting this fall, while you work towards these fun and very achievable goals, you're going to be checking a lot of those boxes along the way. So if there's any questions that anybody has about any of this, pop it in the comments or chat box. I will try to answer them while we are reviewing our fundraising opportunities for the month of October. As you guys know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is a cause very near and dear to my heart. My middle sister, Christy Goodman, was diagnosed with breast cancer 4.5 years ago. We celebrated her being cancer-free for 4 years back in the spring. So anyway, I'm really excited about today's call. I'm going to, I see Sally and Holly Tomlin here. I'm going to pass it over to the two of them. I'm going to let you guys take it and run from here, and then I'll pop in as needed.
Hi guys, good morning. I'm happy to be here this morning. Fundraising is something that is super, it's a deep passion of mine. When I met Holly Tomlin though, I realized like she took fundraising to a whole different level. Holly, I can't see you on the screen. It's absolutely, okay, I can see you now. It's driving me nuts because I want to like feel like I'm talking to her, and I couldn't see her on like the Brady Bunch screen, but I can see her now. And when I was introduced to Holly through Michelle Beckett, and she told me a little bit about Holly's journey, indirect selling, her journey as far as like this nonprofit she had, I immediately said, Michelle, I want to meet with her. It didn't matter if Holly joined Park Lane or not. I wanted to know this woman because her story is so fierce that I like to surround myself with people who are fierce and live life in big and amazing ways. And when I think of Holly, that's her. So she might be over there not agreeing with, I'm looking for a nod and I'm not feeling a nod, but anyway, she is going to bless you guys today with her story as far as what she has done with fundraising. When I have been in direct sales for 10 years, a couple years ago, I did a number, I had to calculate a number of what my give back was. At that point in time, it was like $35,000. I definitely probably raised over $50,000 through my direct selling journey and giving it back to different organizations. The first thing I can say as far as fundraising, if you are not passionate about a particular topic, do not do fundraising for it. Because this is something that you have to attach to what it is that you're working towards. And if it's something that literally doesn't speak to you, people are going to be able to feel that. The energy is going to be there. There are many things out there, a multitude of things that you can partner up with fundraising. What I think about fundraising, I think about it's passion and it's energy. And when people feel that you have an energetic connection to something, they will support you. And you will find in fundraising situations, even in the most frugal environments, people will show up to support because they are attached to helping. People love helping and serving other people in this world. It's one of the things that as humans, it's how we're connected. And people love shopping in the fact that they're shopping everywhere. That's what you remember, like people are shopping on their phones all the time right now. I've done shopping this morning. I haven't left my house. I've done it from my phone. So when people can choose like, well, I have an opportunity to actually shop this party and it's going to help this specific cause, people will be drawn to that. I'm going to let Holly talk a lot about specific like ideas for fundraisers. At the end, we're going to come back to breast cancer, what our vision is for this month in particular. We've had a lot of hands working this weekend, and I think you guys are going to be really excited. One of the things that I love as far as fundraising, I always look for outlets and ways to help. All right. So for example, if you see something that someone is like in a need, you're trying to find a solution to someone's problem. Okay. So for example, you see that someone is desperately trying to raise funds for a school playground to get an overhead for the children. Okay. Like a tarp to cover them out in the sunshine. All right. There's a way to get connected with that in the fact of if you let me back up. Many times you can become connected to people through fundraising when you take an effort to talk to the person who is trying to raise the funds. Through that conversation with the person, whomever it is that is looking for an answer and trying to raise funds for X, Y, and Z, you will hear their story. And many times when you hear that story, then you're connected to it. Okay. Reading it on Facebook, not having a conversation. I mean, I've done many, I mean, I don't want to offend the dog rescue people. I really don't. I've done a lot of fundraising for a girl who's really passionate about raising funds for dog rescue. I've never rescued a dog in my life. I have a puppy that wasn't a dog rescue. But the thing is, I can attach to her energy and her passion. And I love my dog. I do love my dog. I don't know a lot about dog rescue, but I can partner with her in the fact that, like, I'm willing to show up, go to work for you, and raise funds for your organization. So examples can be childhood cancer, adoptions, in vitro, women's crisis centers, dog rescues, breast cancer, mission trips, school PTAs, football teams, basketball teams, cheerleading teams. I mean, the opportunities are endless. And what I've always suggested with when I've coached and done trainings on fundraisers before is that the best thing to do, if you're like, well, I don't even know who I'd fundraise with, it's kind of like you have to take off, you have to come from a different vision, and you have to get really intentional as far as investing in your customer base and finding out what they are passionate about. And you kind of notice that. And when you actually seek to find like understanding around that, you will see things starting to pop up, because what you focus on expands. All right. Another thing, key tips here with fundraising. When I do reach out to an organization or a person who I see they're passionate about something, I am there to serve and help. And my wording is always, I never ask. It's always, we should, let's raise funds, let's give back, let's honor, or let's partner to support. It is never me asking, can I do this for you? It's, I want to do this for you. I want to partner with you. I want to raise funds for this. And when you build the energy and excitement around whatever it is, the organization that you're supporting, you are the one who has to believe first before the person you're partnering with. You have to believe, we are going to raise big funds for this. I totally see this. Like, you have to have the vision. Like, we're talking about this on Vision Day. I mean, it's crazy, but it's like, you do have to see the big vision. Like, when I partner with an organization, I envision in my head immediately writing a $1,000 check. There's not going to be any number under, I envision it. And so I'm the confidence. I carry the person that I'm partnering with that, yes, we can do this. Look at your cause. We're totally going to do this. Many times people will be hesitant because they don't want to put themselves out there, because many times they will think, well, what if people don't shop this cause close to my heart? And that would be painful for them. So
Allie,
sometimes it's yes.
Sorry, say the words. I'm going to put these in the chat. Give the words one more time. I got, we should, let's raise funds.
Let's give back. Let's honor. Let's partner to support. It is never, can I, should we, maybe. You're coming in like, I have a solution to your problem. Okay, Holly, I'm going to let you take it away a little bit, and I want you to tell a little bit about your experience with fundraising, some of your most successful fundraisers, tools for fundraising. And you guys, she started this direct selling like adventure, I think 4 years ago, and it was simply to fundraise. Like, so this is huge, you guys, because there can be people in your space that you are counting out as far as being an amazing stylist on your team. Okay.
Hello, thank you, Sally. Okay, so I'm Holly Tomlin. I am definitely that person in your VIP group that you think will never join your team. So I will say, don't ever discount. So Michelle Beckett, in a previous company that we were in, I was one of her top customers, and she would have never asked me. And so I actually, I have that. I'm always thinking, I have that business mindset, even though I'm actually in the medical field, but I was just thinking, so back it up just a little bit. So I, in 2015, was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and ovarian cancer is one of those deadly diseases. I mean, survival is like 25% for 5 years. I like to say I was the unlucky one, because the type that I was diagnosed with actually has a 95 to 98% survival if caught in early stages. So I knew that diagnosis was more than just, it was part of God's greater story for me. And so that for me was to be able to eventually give back to women with ovarian cancer. So 2016, I started a nonprofit here in I live in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. So I started a nonprofit for women with ovarian cancer. And at the time we were doing care bags and different things. And so I was buying these bags. And at the time from Michelle. And so then I thought, well, this is crazy. I could do it. And I could actually make money by buying my own bags. And so just the wheels started turning. And so I actually I joined under Michelle. And then we, as you know, Michelle joined Park Lane. And so then I transitioned last November to Park Lane. And it's been so great. So like I said, I think I'm one of those people because I didn't need the income. So I have a full-time job and my focus was not income to support that I needed. It was to fundraise for my foundation. So all of my commissions I'm giving back into my nonprofit. And so then I found ways that grew even bigger. And how can I help support other organizations where they get help and then I'm benefiting because my commission is going back into my nonprofit. So it was just always looking for ways to give back. Now, I will say I do parties, I do all the normal things that everybody does. So, but the income that's generated goes back into my nonprofit. So a couple things, I know we haven't really talked about, but briefly I will mention, Park Lane has an amazing program where you can do the fundraising. It's the 50%. There's a ton of information on the website. So I'm not going to really speak a lot about that because all the details are there. The opportunities are there though to look outside the box and to step into that, something that's going to benefit other organizations and people, and also expand your network and who you're meeting and who you're reaching out to, and which is going to be a win-win for everybody. So Sally briefly mentioned, there are tons of opportunities. So these are going to be those you've got your nonprofit groups that you can do it with. And then you've also got the groups that need fundraising, but they're not an official tax-free 501c3 organization. So those are ones that for the Park Lane program, it has to be the 501c3, the official tax nonprofit programs. So then you've got this whole group of other people that need fundraising, but yet people can't do it tax-free and all that. So this is where you can help. And, tons of sports teams, all the people that Sally mentioned. So I think that is where you've got opportunities. One way is to definitely, I think the most common way people will do shows and donate a portion of their commission, which is great. So you really decide that, whether it be 10%, 15, 20, 30, whatever it is that you're comfortable with, you reach out to that organization and then you can say, hey, let's partner, let's do this, use the words that Sally gave, and I'm going to give back 25% of all purchases to your organization. So once you're done, you wrap it up, you write that organization a check and you're done. Other ways that I'm going to talk about, two different other ways, specifically how you can do it. So party is one. Second one, think about like something specific in our collection that is unique to an organization. So my daughter is a cheerleader. She cheers for cheer athletics. They're all like cat, leopard, cheetah, all that kind of print. So, and our school mascot happens to be the same thing, which in high school, which is great. So think about it, any of our leopard print stuff, you pick one product. So say the Roar earrings. So for this cheerleading organization, I want to do a fundraiser for, I'm going to actually make a graphic, have that one pair of earrings. So $38 for this pair of earrings. And then you're going to sell those to that organization for that amount. You're going to purchase them at your 2 and 4 sales price. So the difference in that is going to be what you donate to the organization. So for example, and again, I can do details later offline, but $38, if you're buying it for $25, then you've got cushion in there of $10 to $12. So for every pair of earrings you sell, you donate $10 to that organization. So I typically I've done it both ways, but I typically have that organization collect all the money. So that way, if they collect $1,000 for earrings, I purchase the earrings, they then pay for the earrings, which is, we'll say $800. So the $200 difference they keep. So I don't have to hold the money. I don't have to do anything. Literally all I'm doing is making a graphic, advertising it, answering questions, and submitting an order. So that is one way that you can actually fundraise and give back to an organization. And then you're also not donating your commission. So if that commission is important to you and crucial and you don't have that leeway to give it away, then that is an opportunity that's a win-win for both of you. You can do that with anything. I mean, you find a product that fits the passion of whatever, hearts or whatever, the cancer ribbons.
Holly,
whatever.
I want you to share really quick. So Holly adopted a child and his name is Reed. And she was telling me the other day how he has, I don't know the technical, so Holly's an ovarian cancer survivor. She has adopted a child that has a heart, half a heart. And literally, I mean, you're just like the most amazing giving person. But she was telling me the other day that she did a fundraiser in honor of heart awareness in Reed. And it was like one item. And I was like, now what? And so this is an example of how she did this. Do you want to share what that is?
Yeah.
It might make people.
So it's crazy because I'm a pediatric cardiology nurse practitioner. So I've been doing this for like almost 20 years. I ended up adopting one of my patients. So that is Reed. So a colleague of mine who we've known each other for almost 16 years. So she recently had a daughter that had a very similar heart condition to Reed. So last February was Heart Week, and that was Congenital Heart Disease Awareness Week. So in January, we collected money to purchase the dainty earrings. So $25, whatever it was, people could sponsor a pair of earrings. And so we did that collectively since we were both providers and also heart moms. And we raised enough money to give every mom of a heart patient in the hospital at the 2 children's hospitals in our area a pair of these dainty earrings. So that was so cool. I got to put a little card in there with a scripture and from heart moms, and it was just really neat. And that's something that is something I am passionate about, but it can be whatever you're passionate about. Again, just using that one single item. Yeah.
Sorry, Holly, can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Because going back to selecting an item, let's go back to the roar earring example. I want to make sure I understood. You explained it perfectly. I just want to make sure I'm understanding, because that way everybody else understands as well.
Sure.
So let's say the roar earrings are $38. You're partnering with the organization. You are letting them promote these earrings for this organization. They are collecting the $38 from every individual that wants to make a purchase of those earrings, correct?
Correct.
Then you are creating 2 and 4 orders, and you're having the organization essentially pay for the 2 and 4 orders at whatever amount it is. Let's say that the earrings end up being $25 a piece, as you said, then the organization is shopping or purchasing from you 50 pair of earrings at $25 each. They've collected $38 each. They get the difference. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I've gone as far as I'll create a Google form for them. I mean, you can do whatever you want to. It works for you in the organization. It can be as simple as a pair of dainty earrings, support so-and-so, $25. And then it's easy.
So I'm just thinking in my head, if I were doing this, I would probably invoice that organization like I would a customer that shopped a social sale, where they're getting one invoice. I use Square, but people use PayPal, different things. They're getting one invoice for 50 pair of earrings at $25 a pair. They've got one invoice, they pay the invoice, and then I'm using my credit card to make the purchases just as we would a social sale. I'm assuming that's exactly how you do it.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So good. I love that idea.
Yeah, so that was my other, so give back. So you either do, single product stuff, or you can do a give back for an organization. So, 3 ways in summary: you have a party, you donate your commission. Second, you can do a single item, just like the roar example. Third is a give back. So just like the dainties, we donated those to mom. So just all of our friends and family, whoever wanted to donate was able to donate. They sent us a $20 whatever, and then we purchased the earrings. So
So that was, you donated $20 to support a heart mom.
Yes.
And then you purchased all the items and you guys delivered them.
Yes.
Okay. That's Holly. Thank you so much. So you guys, I have to share that Holly so September was ovarian cancer awareness, right? September. And Holly's organization is Teal Hearts. And she set a big goal in front of herself. And it was the highest that she has ever sold in her career in direct sales in the month of September. So I know that made such impact. And I know that it was just another sign for you that your work here is so needed. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. I just love Holly. I'm so glad that you guys could see a little bit of her story today and hear some of her heart. One of the things that I wanted to share that I don't think Holly touched on, she is also brilliant in the fact in these fundraiser parties that she does about creating like energy and excitement. Leah Francisco has done this as well over the summer. I've watched people do these parties, and it is a party where they're simply giving back commissions, right? But it's like every single order that goes in, like you celebrate the person. It's not like they get a big celebration. You know, Katie just ordered, we are moving towards our goal of $1,000. Like you can have like you know, as the orders come in, you can even have a thermometer go up. Like we have 5 orders in, we've raised, you know, $150, whatever it is. So it's kind of like when you do these fundraisers, it is different a little bit just in the fact of how you're celebrating, because people want to know, they like to see their names tagged, they've donated. Here we are moving closer towards the goal. The person who's the hostess of the fundraiser, of course, is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're raising this much money. And so those are just kind of some really fun, like little things that you can tweak in your parties to create like energy and excitement around the cause that people are shopping. I don't remember exactly. Yes.
Sorry. So real quick, so that is another, and again, mine's a little unique because it's actually my organization, but so if you're doing a party format, like this past September, I did one, it actually supported my nonprofit as well as 2 other nonprofits for ovarian cancer. So I highlighted each organization. So I would share graphics or videos or whatever kind of marketing stuff they have, because people want to be able, even though you're really passionate about it and the organization is really passionate about it, people are going to be more invested if they can see and feel and have that emotion of what's going on with the organization. So that is something. And then also, just like Sally said, to wrap it up kind of at the end, you can say, hey, all of your purchases supported, 50 new women that are diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And so whatever that may be. So I think it's really, people want to see the results and people want to feel what the impact is going to be and not just talking about it.
I just happened to think of this. There's a customer of mine, and I saw that her little girl had, it wasn't cystic fibrosis. I can't remember right off the top of my head of what it was, but she does something I think it's in March. Every year she does a walk. And so I reached out to her and I was like, oh my gosh, I see that Kinsley's doing this walk. I don't know how I can partner with you. I would love to partner up and use Park Lane to raise funds and see what we can do with this. You guys, in this fundraiser, this little girl was in there welcoming people, doing videos. She had her mom's Park Lane jewelry on. I mean, she was talking about the jewelry. She was talking about how much money she wanted to raise. That fundraiser was like amazing. And what happens is many times with these fundraisers, you get and Holly can probably, elaborate more on this. You have such an overwhelming sense of like the serving that you've done. And as you know, I watched that little girl, and as she got that check, and she was so proud to have that check, and she was donating it, to her walk. And I mean, you feel a difference in the fact that it's not just, yes, we serve our customers all the time with style, but this is like it's a different aspect of the business. And it's something that once you kind of tap into that and once you feel it, that's when you can then become more passionate about fundraising, because you have the experience from the recipient. to where you kind of then get in, like, you know, if there's ever a time where my business, I'm kind of like, I'm feeling it, but you know, I know immediately I need to do a give back. I got to find a fundraiser. I need to donate with people. I need to find someone to serve in a very different way. And that automatically, I know, will then give me a different energy if I'm feeling like, you know, not just a strange feeling, like I need to pick me up. I know many times it's going to help that organization, but selfishly, it's going to fuel me knowing that what I do is much bigger than, you know, Facebook parties, and it just can impact more people. Not that Facebook parties are bad. I love them. I could do them all day long, every day. Okay. So
questions. Sorry, Sally, a couple
Yes.
questions. All
Yes.
right. So I have a logistics question. Again, I'm like the nuts and bolts person over here, Holly. So I have a logistics question. And then Nikki's asking a question, which I don't know that I 100% understand, but her question in the chat is, do I have to get pre-approved for them first? If she has someone that she wants to raise money for, do I tell them first and then hope it's approved? Nikki, you may have, if I'm understanding you correctly, if you're talking pre-approval with the organization, with their organization, I would just go to her and say, I've got this amazing idea. I'd love to give back. I'd love to partner. We should do this. If there's some logistics that she has to work out, then obviously she may have to check with the organization, and then y'all will figure out the how-to. If you're talking about getting pre-approval from Park Lane to do our traditional fundraising program, if it is a nonprofit organization, which is the 501c3, thank you, then it will get approved. I mean, if you know that they are a nonprofit organization, Park Lane is going to approve it. If it's something like, you know, a family has lost their house and y'all are wanting to raise money for the family because they've lost their house, that's probably a scenario where it's not a nonprofit organization. I would do just a shop for a cause, party with purpose, or pick an item, kind of like what Holly's talking about, where you're raising funds and then you're either going to be donating a portion or something like that. All right. I think I answered that. And then I have another, say what you were going to say on that, Sally. And I have one other question for Holly. Okay. My other question for you, Holly, let's go back to the roar earring example. So you're essentially making, I know, I'm like such a visual. You've made the image, the organization has marketed it. They've had, 100 people, buy a pair of these roar earrings. They have paid you directly for the earrings. You have put 2 and 4 orders together to order those earrings. The earrings have come in. The earrings then go back to the organization, correct? How does the organization, this is again a question that might come up that people could say, this is how you could distribute. How did the organization distribute those roar earrings?
That's up to them. So I honestly, I've learned the hard way. The less control I have, the better. Because the very first time I would do a couple of them, it was, control, and I needed to do, and it was way too much work. So let the organization, that needs to be a part of the initial conversations of how, discussing, you pick the product, you discuss how they're going to collect payment. Again, I would strongly encourage the organization to collect their own payments and orders. That's where I used a Google form because it was easy, and literally it put the people's information, how they wanted to pay, whatever. And I'm happy to set up one and show some screenshots in the group of something very simple. But that way the organization collects it, then you're not touching any money other than what they pay for the earrings. So, and then they can distribute. Organizations in the past I've done it for, they either do a local pickup or they charge an additional $3 or $5 for that order if they want it shipped. So that way it doesn't just, lock it into the people that can only come pick it up at their city. If it's people across the country that want to order it, then they can charge for the shipping as well. And there's been 0 issues with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
The other thing I was going to say is that many times, people are hesitant over the years of people will say, stylists will say to me, well, Sally, I saw this, but I don't know how to approach them. And I'm really it feels like I'm coming from an icky space. And I'm kind of okay, so what is your goal for this? What is your goal for this? And many times they'll say, well, I really want to help that family. And I'm kind of you cannot worry about what that person thinks about the fact that you're stepping out to support them and run these shows and do these things. You guys, this is work on our end. This isn't something like, you're giving your time, depending upon if you're giving your commit, like you're going to work to serve. Like, will you have sales in your back office? Yes. But I mean, it's not something as though you need to be ashamed of it or embarrassed by it. I mean, do you know how many organizations go to Kendra Gives Back? And she's actually cut that funding a lot. It used to be you got 25 or 30% from every single person you walked in. The last time I heard, it was like you had to have a minimum of like $3,000 to $5,000 in sales before there was any even give back. So, I mean, like there are people in places all over the place that are looking to partner. And so it's one of those things that it's like, you have to get your mindset. You have to come with this confidence. I mean, any place where you see, like in February, I saw a post about the Junior League of Louisville, Kentucky. I have not lived in Kentucky since I was in college. I don't even know how long ago that was. Okay. My family lives there. They do not live in Louisville. I just happened to see a girl who was part of the Junior League of Louisville. I reached out to her and I was like, oh my gosh, so I see that you're doing your fundraiser, are you doing it online this year? And she's like, yes, it's such a bummer. We can't do it in person. I was like, well, I would absolutely love to partner up with Park Lane. She's like, well, what does that look like? And I said, what's going to be the easiest thing for me is if you connect me with the person who's going to approve this. You connect me with your fundraising head or whoever's in charge of that gala. And like, I don't spend a lot of time going through the people who can't make decisions. It's honestly like, I would love to be connected. I can share with them exactly how this will work. All I know is that I can help your organization raise funds. So many times that's as far as like getting approval, you have to ask who the person is that's going to approve it. And that's who you try to go to versus like, all the discussion, all the talking, like that they can't make any decisions. I mean, you can give them a watered down version, but many times you're just seeking to find the person who's going to approve it. Okay. And I mean, when you see like, even now, like even in fall, I mean, many times there's certain seasons of the year that are big for fundraising, and fall is definitely one of them. Another time you're going to see it, it's going to be spring. It's not going to be around Christmas time. It's not going to be in the summer. It's going to be, fall and spring are typically the larger seasons for fundraising. Okay. This weekend, as we were thinking of Project Sparkle, and as we were thinking of breast cancer and our Hope bracelet, Tish and I had a discussion. I was actually with Holly and Michelle, and we were sitting there brainstorming, and Tish happened to, and I was like, we're actually talking about this right now. And so, when you think of breast cancer and you think of the amount of people that it has affected, I think the statistics are 1 in 8. I shared this with my team the other day. I'm very open to share it with you guys. I am not a breast cancer survivor. I don't want to offend anyone with any words that I'm going to say. I certainly have not walked that journey at all. So this isn't something like that's coming from my experience. What I have experience with is my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I wasn't living there. Okay. My mom lives in Kentucky. I live here. My mom did not tell me for months that she had breast cancer. So last year in October, it was kind of like, I mean, people weren't really like my mom's not a very public person. I mean, she has breast cancer. She's dealing with it. She's handling it. Her close friends can know. It's not a secret. It's just not, it's just it's how she does things. So, I mean, it wasn't like I was like going to post on social media, I'm raising funds for my mother who's undergoing breast cancer treatment. I hadn't seen my mother. I talked to her on the phone, but I hadn't seen her. So, last year in October, the parties that I did tell every single party in October, every single sale that goes in on every party, I will be donating a piece of jewelry to a breast cancer warrior. Okay. I said that in all my parties, whether if it was the pink party or was it not a pink party, I put that out there. Okay. So some of the items I use RRC, some of them I use hostess credit, some of them I use commission from some of the parties. Like I just, whatever I did, I figured it out to where I get this massive box of this Park Lane jewelry. Okay. So I shipped it all to my mom. I got there at Thanksgiving, and my mother was like, I see her, she doesn't have hair. I mean, like she was fine with that. It's, at first, like, you're kind of like, are you okay? And like, so, I mean, so that was an eye-opening experience for me. And she said, well, I've waited for you to come because I want you to take the jewelry. And I was like, wait, you want me to go do this? And I was like, oh my gosh, now, like, okay. I was kind of thinking I can stay away from this, like I'm not really have to go like down in here. So we went, and it was on Black Friday of last year. And I have to say that as I sat in that chemo treatment room, I thought to myself, my God, I am so blessed in the fact that I'm at Park Lane, because here it is Black Friday and I'm able to be with my mother while she is having a chemo treatment. In previous experience, I would not have been there. I would have told my mom, I'm sorry, I can't go. I have to work. I live all year for this day. So first of all, I was so grateful that I was like, I'm with my Park Lane business and I'm working my social sale that I've already scheduled and I can be here with my mom. So as I got there, I have had friends who have had children with cancer. I mean, I've never been in a room with people who received chemo. And shame on me. I mean, I was embarrassed. You guys, I literally sat there and I was like so embarrassed in the fact that I was like, this is what it's like. And I've lived 43 years of my life not understanding this perspective. I mean, it wasn't like, that I just never had the experience for that perspective. And it was the most gut-wrenching day. It's still like, I really can't even still put it into words. And so when I thought of the people who were there, okay, so the nurses are there and they're like, in the midst of all of the COVID situation. I mean, they're still going to work, health issues, the people have cancer, treating them. Okay. That's in like the nurses, what they were telling me, I was just like, oh my gosh. So then, you go into a room. My mom was like, well, start passing out the jewelry. She was so proud, so proud. My daughter Sally's here. She's got everybody a sparkle surprise. I mean, like in these pink cellophane bags with these ribbons on them, our little box. I mean, she was so excited. And I was kind of like, it was uncomfortable. And I was kind of like, okay, all right, got this. So I'd go in from each like little, where they have the kind of like rooms, but they were like curtains. I mean, there was privacy curtains. You couldn't hear the people. But it's like some of the people were really sick. I mean, my mom, thankfully she was getting chemo, but I mean, she wasn't that sick. I mean, and like their eyes would just light up and they'd say, God bless you. Thank you for the prayers. Like, oh my gosh, do you have a gift for me? And like, it was in that moment that I was like, this is what this looks like. And this isn't, passing it on to someone who works, who's a nurse, who's going to take it. And like, that's their everyday. So it was a very, very different perspective. The people who were sitting in the rooms, I gave them a gift as well, because, when you have someone who's going through that, it's not just the emotional trauma on the patient. Many times, I mean, Tish could say it's about the family who's surrounding this woman who is, lost her femininity, if you want to call it that. I mean, and so another thing that I noticed was about my mom, I was like, every single day she walked out, she had this turban on her head and she had on the biggest earrings. Like she was rocking huge earrings. And I was like, okay, this is fascinating. So I asked her, I was like, so Mom, I see you have a lot of like really oversized earrings now. She's like, I know, I think it makes me look better without my hair. What do you think? And I was like, yes. And I was like, I didn't know you were wearing big earrings. I'm going to send you all the big earrings I have at Park Lane. And so anywho, it was, when I saw that and I saw just that, what that did that day in that space, it was so powerful. And as we thought of Project Hope, we have our Hope bracelet, and streamlining this into making it something that is actually very simple, an actionable item that the whole Treasure Tribe can attach to. There's been a lot of time and thought put into this. And, I do believe in order to take part of this, the first thing is, it's be the hope. Like it has to start with us. So if you haven't ordered your bracelet yet, you're going to need your bracelet. And if you decide at the end of the month, well, you could be saying to yourself, well, I don't know that I really need that breast cancer bracelet. Yes, you do need it. And at the end of the month, the challenge will be that you're going to take that breast cancer bracelet and you're actually going to donate it to someone else. You're going to take that bracelet and you're going to pay it forward, even on top of the ways that we're getting ready to pay it forward with Project Hope. So the first thing I challenge you guys to do is to make sure that you have your bracelet on the way. Okay. Now I'm going to give it over to Tish and I'm going to let her share logistics. Did I cover everything? I feel like I'm all over the place.
No, it's awesome. I'm so excited about Project Hope, guys. All right. So for those of you that were around for Project Sparkle, it was probably my most favorite time with Park Lane thus far, because it was a very scary time, and we took a very scary time and turned it into something that was incredibly impactful and gave us purpose. So the same idea is with Project Hope. What we think would be really impactful is to offer, and I have an image I'll show you guys. We haven't shared the image yet because we wanted to get through this first. Hold on. All right. Okay. So here is the image. Hopefully you guys can see. Here is the image that we've created. Sarah Thomason worked on this over the weekend, and it reads, Project Hope, a gift of hope. With every $40 donation, a Project Hope gift set will be donated. A portion of proceeds will also be donated directly towards the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Be a light to a warrior with Project Hope. 20% of the Hope bracelet proceeds goes towards Breast Cancer Research Foundation, or BCRF. So our idea and thought is, and you can go about this several different ways, and I'll walk you through the different ways that we launched Project Hope, or excuse me, Project Sparkle. You could do what Holly does so beautifully, partner with a local organization. You could, all of us know someone who has been touched by breast cancer. Most of us know more than one person that has been touched by breast cancer. You could reach out to those who have been touched by breast cancer and ask them, you know, I would like to partner with you and launch Project Hope. Was there a facility in their local area where they received their treatment? My sister Christy, she got radiation treatment, not chemotherapy treatment, but in both instances, she was with radiation, she went daily for like 45, 50 days. I can't remember the exact number, and was sitting there with many other women who were also getting their radiation that day. But if you could connect with someone who has been touched personally by this, they can connect you with a local facility, similar to what Sally was just talking about when she went with her mother, where in my mind, what I'm going to be doing is I want to raise a number of gifts of hope, whether it's 25, 50, 100, whatever it may be. And if you can partner with warriors or survivors, then they could also be sharing with their network. You could share within your VIP community. When we had Project Sparkle, my VIP community was supporting it. From my VIP community, I had customers that reached out and said, I'd like to connect you with so-and-so. I would like to be able to touch this location or that location. And then together we would put our heads together on how we could raise the funds in order to be able to gift that location with a number of gift sets. So then you get these donations, whether it's, you could ask for $40 donations, you could ask for any donation makes a difference. For every $40 raised, a gift of hope will be donated to someone who is currently undergoing either chemotherapy or radiation treatment. In my opinion, I'd love it to see it go to people and patients who are currently being affected by this. And then you could put 2 and 4 orders together. All right. 2 and 4 orders. We did a cart example where if I ordered 6 of the Rue earrings, it could be any stud amount or any studs, or it could be any stud. We use the Rue as an example. If I ordered 6 of the Rues and then I added in 6 of the Hope bracelets to a cart, are you guys following me? To a cart, that cart comes out to $208. All right, $208. Then it's going to cost $7 to ship that cart. So then we're at $215. We took $215, we divided it by 6 because that is 6 sets of a pair of studs and a bracelet. And that came out to $36 a set. All right, 36 a set. We increased it to 40. We increased it to 40 because if you wanted to go with a $26 stud, you could do that. All right. That would give you more leeway. We've got a lot of stud options that are in that $26 and under. If you wanted to go a little bit higher, you wanted to go with the Rue or something like that, that's 28 or even 30, and you want to donate a small percentage of your commissions as well, you could totally do that as well. All right. We just rounded up to 40 so that it gives you a little bit of flexibility where you could choose any stud that's 26 or under, or donate a few dollars from your commissions to cover something that was a little bit higher. And then you could package these sets in cute little cellophane bags, however you want to do that, put some pretty ribbon on it. I envision all sorts of amazingness happening with this, where our tribe can share all of their, original ideas that come with that. And then set a goal for yourself, partner with someone in your area that has been touched, that would love to be able to gift, that local clinic or hospital where they receive their treatment, and then be able to either you funnel it through them, they go in and be the giver of these gifts, or you guys do it together. At that point, you choose how you want to do it. So Sarah Catherine's asking, what are the chances they will sell out before we get the order placed? So Sarah Catherine, I have been assured 15 different ways that we have plenty of hope bracelets. All right. So all I can tell you, she's like, yay. All I can tell you is this is what I know about Park Lane. If we show them that that there, are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that would love to participate and be a part of this, I'm pretty certain they'll figure out a way to get more hope bracelets. So I am not going to worry about that. We will figure that problem out if we get there. But for now, I've been told, oh, and look, Sally has an example. You want to show Sally?
Can you see this?
Yes.
So all it is, we just ordered these little pink bags last year on Amazon. They're just little hot pink cellophane bags. I mean, you could do whatever ribbon you want. And you just put your little, it would be 2 boxes, but you put your little boxes in there. I mean, you guys can do it. You can have your kids make cards. You don't necessarily have to do that. But I mean, it's always good to have your children involved in something that is giving back. I mean, a little handwritten card with a picture, with hope on it from a child. I mean, you guys, there's so many different ways you can do this. And one of the things when we did increase that price, we did think about the those Moana earrings. I mean, you can pick, the items that you would want to do. So anywho, here's that cute little bag.
All right. So I know we're right on the hour here. I want to hear in the chat box if you guys are excited about Project Hope and you love the idea of this and you love the idea of being able to make an impact in your community and help people, shop for a cause, use a percentage of your commissions to, if you want to, in addition, have an additional give back with the percentage of your commissions. I mean, there are so many options here on things that you can do. This is just something that I know, kind of like what Sally was talking about earlier. It's so much more than, it is so much more than just the gift that's being given. I've got to, hold on. I'm about to lose my battery, and we got 2 big prizes to give away. I personally know that, and this is, Sally talked about how get behind something that you are personally connected to. And if you're not personally connected to it, maybe you're personally connected to the person who is very passionate about it. I am extremely passionate about this topic and this cause.
Tish.
Yes, there's my sister.
I want to say something. I've been without internet. 1 second. Come in.
Where are you? Hold on.
I want to say something. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you on video? I can't see you.
I am on video, but
Okay.
I don't look cute, so you don't really want to
Doesn't matter.
Okay. What I want to say, and Holly and Sally, I'm so grateful for y'all sharing. The one thing that I will add to this is I was diagnosed in 2017, and it's now what, 2021. So it's been 4 years. The ladies that are being diagnosed with what I was diagnosed with, which is invasive ductal carcinoma, in 4 short years are being treated completely differently with the amount of radiation than I was 4 short years ago. And that is due to the money that is poured into these organizations. So the money makes a huge impact in the way women are being treated so quickly. And that is what you can feel so good about, is that the treatment protocol changes, more people have easier times with it, shorter treatment periods, and higher survival rates. So I wanted to share that little bit because it is really amazing how quickly we can change things. So let's go do it.
Okay, so thank you, Christy. I know that there may be some questions, and what we'll do is we'll make sure we do some follow-up on this in our Treasure Tribe once we've got Facebook working again, where we can share with you guys. But hopefully, yeah, you want to say something, Sally?
I have something to say really quick. So the other day with this, you guys, it's kind of like you have to gather information. You have to think before you just jump. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want you to spend a lot of time thinking, but you do need to think a little bit as far as make a list of people. Who do you want to talk to about this? How do you want to roll this out? What information do you need to gather first? You know what I mean? You have to kind of spend a little bit of time processing and thinking of the people that you want to have in this Project Hope partnership with you as kind of like your partners. Now, you're going to have a lot of people that have nothing to do with this partnership between you and another person that will then want to be part of this. Okay. One of the things that I did in my VIP group over the weekend, I put out a poll and I had 5 questions. I know y'all are going to ask me what the questions are, and I don't know. And I don't know that I can see it in my Facebook group right now. But one of the things, it was first, you guys, I can't remember. One of them was are you a survivor of breast cancer? Has breast cancer impacted a family member or a friend of yours? Another one was, do you work with breast cancer patients, or do you treat with breast cancer patients? Are you willing, are you looking in ways to partner for hope during this season? I'm doing a horrible job, but I put out a poll, and basically what I was trying to do was poll my VIP group to see who are the people in there that automatically are yes, I'm in for that. I'm in for that. I'm in for that. And then what I did last night, I went live in my VIP group. And what I shared in that live was basically I've put up a poll and I need your help. I need to know who in here can help me with a project that I'm working on, that I'm soon to release, but make sure you look at the poll. And then from that, I started getting some more answers as far as and that's not who just wants to contribute. That's me finding out within my VIP group, who are the people that are going to be my partners on this? And that's just one bucket. That's not even and half of them probably didn't even see the poll. But anyway, that's a place to kind of start.
All right. Okay, guys. I'm super excited about this. We got lots of things to do today. I don't want to take up any more time. But
can I share just 1 minute? One thing that I'm trying to help you all with this is that last night I felt something was coming up. And so our team is doing a Pinktober mega party. Okay.
Your team is.
And anybody is welcome. Anybody on Treasure Tribe is welcome to join in with us, unless you're going to already do one yourself. But the invite is made. It's absolutely adorable, and it's already set to go. It's going to open on Thursday, Pinktober. It's all the fun graphics. And also what I did too yesterday is I went live on my personal page and told people about it. And I'm already doing a Pinktober fundraiser Tuesday night for a lady that needs a lot of money because her breast cancer is so aggressive, insurance is not covering it anymore. So we've been like we've got like probably like 80 people in that group right now, and it's gonna, hopefully, shoot like crazy. And then I went live on Instagram, my Instagram story about it, about Pinktober, booking fundraisers this whole month, I'm giving back, and then in both stories. So I'm just letting everybody know, encouraging them. It doesn't only have to be in your VIP group, because not everybody has a large VIP group. You have friends on Facebook, go live, speak from your heart. And I also showed some pink jewelry. So I just transitioned and I started with, hey friends, we know October, you usually think about the color orange. Well, let's think about the color pink. And I was wearing pink. And it's all about Pinktober right now. And it's all about that early detection saves lives. And it's all about, all of these, that verbiage, and then said what I'm doing, asking for help. And then 2 people hopped on and said, yeah, add me to the fundraiser, add me to the fundraiser. So that's what I was doing. Let me add you, or I'll do your own, that kind of thing. So I'm just getting hyped about it on all my places and collecting the results. So that was all yesterday. So I wanted to encourage the tribe to do that too.
Thank you, Connie. There's so much we can do with this. We'll continue talking about it every week, guys. So I'm super excited about it. I know we all love getting behind an important cause. All right, real quick, I want to take 2 screenshots of our people that are here today joining us. So I'm going to do screenshot number 1. If you want to be on, get on your camera now. Here we go. Hold on. I've got getting it ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. One more group. We've got 2 screens. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just want to get this in. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Okay, awesome. All right. Who wants to? Okay, I've got two giveaways with all. I'm telling y'all, let me just cutting up these little things take so much time. It is crazy town. And Jonathan's like, Jonathan wants credit. Do you want credit for that, Jonathan?
Yeah, my eyes are blurry right now.
His eyes are blurry because the print was so small on the Gucci one. All right, so we're gonna do the Gucci belt first, okay, guys? So I've been like mixing these while we were doing this call so that everything is mixed. This was for week 3 and 4 of September. And for it was 750 over the 2 weeks, got an entry, and then every 250 above that. All right, so I'm pulling the first name. Some of you had like many entries. Some of you had 1. We'll see who gets it. First name. Oh my gosh, golly, looky here. First name is Trisha Edmondson. Trisha, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, Trisha literally had like 30, I don't even know. It was something crazy. Trisha, girl, look at you. You just got yourself a Gucci
I told
belt.
you this morning you were going to win.
Gucci belt right there, Miss Trisha. That's what happens when
I don't
you
know if
got
she's
one.
on here. Okay, I'm texting her right now. She's
Okay.
going to die. She is going to die.
1 million entries. All right. So this one is the $1,000 giveaway. $1,000 giveaway. All right. We're going to have a problem if I pick Trisha's name on here too, because I don't know if we can have the same winner win both. I need to think about that for a minute, because if we have the same winner win both, we may have to pick another name, and she may kill me for it. But this is like stressful, because this is a big deal. I've never given $1,000 away. Okay. But I'm digging. I'm pulling a name. Oh my goodness. The winner of the $1,000 is Allie Koshi. Allie, girl, you are my hands are shaking. Allie, you are getting $1,000 freaking dollars. $1,000 freaking dollars. There she is. Look at you. Allie,
Yes, I just got off the bike.
you just got off the bike. You're like, I'm gonna have to get off the bike for that one. There you go, girl.
Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Incredible.
Huge congrats. Huge congrats, guys. All right. Well, that was really fun. I love this business. I love that this month we've gotten to spoil several of you over the last several weeks. Okay. Now I want to go out and I want to make a really big impact on this world. That's what I want to do. That's what I asked for your guys' help with. Let's do this. Let's make a really big impact. Thank you all so much. I'm sorry we went over today. We will share the recording since we couldn't go live in Facebook, and we'll make sure we get all your questions answered. But let's go make today a really big day with Vision Day. Let's make the Levines proud. Thank you all so much. I'm just very grateful. Mwah! Have the best day. Bye, everybody.